A big Shazam to each of y'all. Holy smokes, it's Hump Wednesday. I am so glad you're here. We're going to have fun. I'm going to first get you updated on the fundraiser from yesterday, but I think the two words are, holy crap, people. Jeez Louise, if you haven't seen it, you're going to be blown away. For the rest of y'all that are just doing other stuff, that's fine. If you're just here for the memes, there's a timestamp. Jump to there, and the fun will begin. But geez, y'all. Yesterday, I just did a shout out and said, let's get some fuel for Logan's crew. And I thought maybe $3,000. That was kind of my goal. It was, as of the filming of this, we're at 17,000 and climbing. I'm going to have to shut it off at some point. Jeez, y'all. Wow. And thank you. It's a lot. Like, I'm not going to go through all of it. It is nonstop. My phone, I had to turn it off this morning. It's nonstop. Everybody communicating and talking and trying to get water and diapers and stuff up to the mountains. And now there's a whole other issue with the government. The government's now getting involved. That's fantastic. But I want to say a big thank you to you people. I've got a team of folks that I'm looking to and leaning on what to do with this and how to get Logan what he needs and how we're going to do this the right way, because this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. This is a marathon. So a big shout out to Logan and his crew, and they're on the ground doing stuff. And a big shout out to all of y'all. Thank you for being a part of this. $17,000. Wow, y'all. It's going to be used right. We're going to do this the right way. I can promise you that. Logan sent over a video last night. Check it out.
Today is October 1st. It's 10 o'clock at night, a little after 10. I'm driving out of the mountain from North Carolina. Just got finished with a recon trip for equipment, trailers, and saw crews tomorrow to come liberate some people's properties so that they can get their homes and their vehicles back. But I would just want to say thank you to everybody who donated. I want to say thank you to Johnny B and TriStar Trading and all of you guys. A lot of you I know, and I'm sure a whole lot of you I don't know, and can't tell you how much it means. I'm going to be stopping by the saw shop first thing tomorrow morning to pick up supplies. We have a lot of trees to move, and couldn't do it without the resources you guys have brought in. I mean, it really is a game changer. So I want to thank everybody.
Operations are still going on, and there's no end to it. And again, like, it's wild here. I know y'all are following it on the news, and just thank you to everybody that's helping out. I mean, everybody's in the middle of this. Jared spent the whole morning collecting water this morning, and it's like everybody, it's all hands on deck. It's been wild. It's been amazing. I've had tears just seeing what I feel like is the Lord's work and seeing it go through people's hands. And it's wild. It's really wild. And again, it's a marathon. It's going to take a while to get through this. And the government, I don't want to rant on that today because we're getting ready to have some fun. But the government's a bunch of knuckleheads. They got involved, and none of it's good. None of what they have done has been good, or at least very, very little besides the first responders. So it's wild out there. Again, thank y'all. I didn't want to go into the memes without giving you an update. Here we go. It's going to be all about last night's debate. Holy crap on that one, too. Are you ready? Next, Tim Pool says, hey, new meme format just dropped. Yep, isn't that fantastic? Next. There we go. Same meme format. That's all, folks. And Elmer Fudd. That's great. Next. The Mirror says this. Hitler's last living relative convicted of pedophilia after kissing a girl 13. Josh said, you know what? There's always one to ruin the family name. Next. Blank is to blank. JD is to the Turkish guy as Walz is to... Ray Gun. Love Ray Gun. Gray Gun. Next. Oh, geez. DOJ indicts J.D. Vance for brutally beating 3 women. Get him, Greta.
How dare you?
All right, next, Spike Cohen says this. Did you notice that the U.S. government trusts the Taliban more with fighter jets and armored personnel carriers than they trust you with a short-barreled rifle? Najee Season says, well, to be fair, the Taliban didn't ask. Spike Cohen says, some might say there's a lesson here. Get some. Next. Oh, geez. Florida and Georgia drowning. Ukraine. Biden-Harris administration just playing with Ukraine. And East Tennessee and Western North Carolina, rest in peace. Rest in peace. Yep. Next. Jack Poso says the entire debate summed up. Yeah, pretty much. I didn't watch it, but I've watched all the clips coming out of it because that's how I roll these days. And it's been wild. It's been funny. Next. $2.4 billion to Zelensky and nothing. Also, who made this meme? One of y'all sent this to me. 2.4 billion, maybe 2.4 billion yesterday. It's a lot more than that. It was 8 billion last week. Next. Me. I am buying a Mac, friend. Which type are you buying? Buying MacBook Air or the MacBook Pro? Me. Mac 11. Duh. I'll allow it. Next. Hey, help is on the way, North Carolina. Just throw up a Ukrainian flag. Welcome to Ukraine. The government will be here. Good luck over there in North Carolina. Next. My wife. Why is there a $1,300 charge on the account from the gun store? Me. Next. I'm Tim Walz. I'm nervously shaking on live television. Robert Downey Jr., go.
You went full retard, man.
All right, next. Patriot Mail said this. Your firearms are the only thing preventing a complete takeover. That's why they want them. What do you think about that? That's a good question of the day. Let me know on that one. Next. This next question is for you, Governor Walz. Could you please show us your browser history? Next. When you fart, but it's a little wet. That's sophomoric and juvenile, but I'll allow it. Next. Operation Butthurt says this. Me, I promise I won't get all political. 3 drinks later. The only good communist is a dead communist. Senor Chang, go.
I'll allow it.
All right, next. Silence, Tampon Tim. A hillbilly is speaking. Just silence. I'm talking, buddy. I'm talking. Next. My buddy Eric posted this. Iraq veteran 8888 says this. You're the kind of guy that asks for help to move a 4x8 sheet of plywood, Tim Walz. There ain't no burn like a Georgian redneck burn. Holy smokes, Eric. That's great. Next. Crying. Liberal women when they can't have an abortion in a state they don't live in. That's a spicy meatball. Next. She's so sad. Meghan McCain. My defense stocks will suffer if we don't go to war with Iran. Next. I was tagged in this. Thanks, Golf SLC. When you've done your taxes and you still owe Ukraine 1837. Not to mention Israel. We're giving money over there too. Next. World War III draft letter arrives. Yep, he suddenly goes back to she. What a weird story there. Next. Almost my favorite. ATF. We aren't gay, Americans. Yep, the ATF saying we aren't gay. Car seat kid, go.
A bullshit.
This fun is brought to you by my friends at CMMG out in Boonville, Missouri. Y'all know why I like them. They run, fantastic warranty, and you get to pick your color. Jump over there, use that coupon code right there. What I do when I get there is I pick the size, I pick the caliber, I pick my color, and I press go, and it shows up fast. It's CMMG. You're going to love yours. I sure love mine. Big thank you to those folks. You people. More than ever, thank you for hitting that thumbs up. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are amazing. Check your subscriptions. Thank you for all of it. What a great week, despite the nonsense out there. Having a great week. There's a lot of good going on. A lot of tragedy, a lot of bad, but there's been a lot of good this week too, and y'all were a part of it. Once again, thank you. Now let's do some memes. Next. Mom, I'm scared. I don't want to go to war. Honey, quit being selfish. I want a woman president. Next, Mr. Guns and Gear says, yeah, I don't think so. Hashtag Florida. Florida law enforcement, if y'all didn't see this is real. Florida law enforcement, quote, sorry, citizens, you're no longer allowed to carry a weapon in public unless you have a badge until further notice because hurricane, Florida citizens in public. American flag shotgun guy, go. Get some. Sorry about the middle finger, but it's funny. Next, Gunner says this, you get a nosebleed, but thankfully there are nosebleed plugs in the boys' room. Hashtag tampon Tim. Next. I love this. Finally, John McCain says, smiley face, finally, war with Iran. Next. Pete Diddy grabbed my pee-pee. All together now. Geico Camel, go!
Mike.
All right, next, Trump really did post this. I think this was posted on his Signal account or Telegram or one of them. This is real. He really posted it. I've become friends with school shooters, Tim Walz. And in case you missed it, Tim Walz, take it away.
Senator, thank you. Governor, you previously opposed an assault weapons ban, but it's only later in your political career did you change your position. Why?
Yeah, I sat in that office with those Sandy Hook parents. I've become friends with school shooters.
Yep, he actually said it. Holy smokes. Next, the FBI, Tim Walz, know a lot of school shooters. I throw the FBI or the CIA in there also, my opinion. Next, Bossy Leah says, things that helped me survive Helene. A gas car, a gas stove, a gas hot water heater, a gas chainsaw, and cash. Things that are and were useless during Helene. Electric cars, electric appliances, debit cards, a city bus, the government, diversity, and my tax dollars in Ukraine and Israel. I'm going to let that just sit there. Next, company HR showing me that there are, in fact, rules pertaining to casual Fridays. Y'all remember that guy? He's a bad A. He's a bad A. Next, school shooters distance themselves from Tim Walz. They're like, no. Don't want a part of that, any part of that nonsense. Next, the range safety officer watching you click some weird switch on the back of your Glock before the bill drill. Next. I need a VP dumber than me, said Obama. I need a VP dumber than me, said Sniffy. A cackling comma says, I need a VP dumber than me. Got it. The only succession between all of that nonsense right there is Donald J., the only break. It's been a crazy 20 years, hasn't it? Next, Cat Turd says, who did this? Next. Oh, good golly. Donald J. laughing with, was that one of the Paul brothers, I guess, maybe? He said he became friends with school shooters. Having a great time. I think it's one of the Paul brothers. I'm not sure. Next. Ibbity. That's all, folks. Isn't that great? Next. Me staring at my $126 grocery receipt for 3 days worth of food while someone biatches in my ear about abortion rights being the biggest issue in the U.S. right now. Also, shout out to this young lady with the Bush light up top. That's some old school, some Bush light. Next. My political views are whatever this is. Whatever this is, that's my political views. Frank Sinatra coming home? I don't know. Next. Being libertarian says, North Carolina, the U.S. government, $8 billion to Ukraine, $8 billion to Israel. Look. Adios. That was just $8 billion to each of them last week. There's a lot more. Next. This is real. This is a real headline from here. I live in Washington County, Tennessee. Just a PSA. 8 men arrested following alleged looting in Washington County, Tennessee. If I was in charge, the gallows would already have been built. In the middle of a tragedy, looting. Plan accordingly is why I included that graphic. Next. Flint Vehicle City. The water is still toxic. Maui is still burnt. Palestine, Ohio is forgotten. And it'll be different this time. That pic's from down in the Biltmore Village over in Asheville, about an hour from here. Yeah, it'll be totally different this time. Yeah. Up next is my favorite of Hump Wednesday. You let me know down below what your favorite one is. Holy smokes, we're doing a lot this week. I'll be back tomorrow. I think I'll be back tomorrow and definitely be back on Spicy Friday. Thanks for being here. My favorite. Are you ready? Next, Appalachians in need, the government, and Zelensky's butthole. Randolph, go.
I said, what in the world is this?
This gun fits my hand better than this one does.
Diabetes.